Last summer, this road almost killed me on my VFR because it's so bumpy and dirty. How you like me now, you dirty bitch? Woo. Oh shit. Hey guys, it's Billy here. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I'm doing a follow-up video to my KLR reveal video, which is this guy right here. And I thought I would take you along and talk about why I bought a Dualsport. Besides the fact that it's retardedly fun, it's a tool that I need for the road to the Dalton Highway, which is a 414-mile dirt road. Oh shit, trees, whoa, whoa, slid that son of a bitch around there. It's a 414-mile dirt road that leads to Prudhoe Bay in the Arctic Circle in Alaska. Now, why, or what is the significance of this road? It's pretty simple. Back in 2004, when Tracy and I began the Byway of Motorcycle quest to get all 50 states, it was originally supposed to be only the 48 contiguous states. And the reason for that was it just seemed impossible. Well, no, not impossible, but very difficult to get Hawaii. Simply for the distance, the monetary means that it would take to get your bike to Hawaii. And instead of just having one state just hanging there, we decided, hell, we'll cut off Alaska too and just make all 48. And as you guys may or may not know this story, but in 2005 I hurt my hand and I couldn't ride the entire season, and Tracy went on a road trip by himself, and he went up and got Alaska. Now mind you, he didn't go all the way to Prudhoe Bay. He just went to a little town in the southernmost part of Alaska called Hyder, Alaska, and took his picture, turned around, and came home. Now it's not that difficult. It's only about 2.5 days from Seattle, but he now had Alaska as a byway of motorcycle state. Not much longer after this, I moved to Hawaii. I got moved there for work, and so by the very means of me breaking my bike out of the crate and riding it around, I had fulfilled the requirement for Hawaii. I had ridden motorcycle in the state of Hawaii, and so now he had Alaska and I had Hawaii. So it was set that we were going to now do all 50 states. Well, he got it in his head that he wanted to go all the way up to the Arctic Circle. Now Tracy is a really stubborn fellow, and excuse me, and I thought he was crazy, and I didn't really pay much attention to him. And the more I researched it, the more I realized how incredibly dangerous this feat was to go up there to the Arctic Circle. Man, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm getting all kinds of crazy wind. Let's see what this is all about. There, ooh, God, that was a little too close to my face. This is River Valley off, oh poop, I dropped my glove. This vlog is going terrible. There it is, the KLR. As you can tell, I put my Moto Fizz medium bag on the back. Now this obviously is not my Alaska configuration, but I just figured it'd be good for commuting. So anyway, we'll get back on this beast. This is the fun part. I have a 30-inch inseam riding a bike with a 35-inch seat height, so you can imagine I look like a monkey humping a football every time I get on it, but it's all good. But this is River Valley Off-Road Park. It's supposed to be a lot of fun, but I have to register my bike to get in there, and I don't want to get a ticket. But it's open, so I got to figure out where I need to go to register, and then we're going to go in there later on and see what's in there. But it should be a lot of fun. But anyway, we'll get back to the topic on hand of this vlog. In fact, I'm going to wait till I get to a little slower, easier place, because I'm getting so much wind noise because I don't have the wind protection of my sport bike that I don't even know if you guys can hear me. So we're going to head up here to this little lake, and I'll finish the vlog while we're making the rounds around that guy. Alright, let's get back on topic now that we've actually slowed down and kind of got out of the highway speeds. The wind noise caused by the KLR is making it almost impossible to vlog on it at over 50 miles an hour. Kind of sucks, but what can you do? But I don't know when the vlog actually cut off from the wind noise, so I kind of start over, sort of. But anyway, back in 2006, Tracy got it in his head that he wanted to go up to the Dalton, or up to Prudhoe Bay, which is at the top of Alaska at the Arctic Ocean. Now, I thought he was crazy. I really did. And I just was like, whatever, dude, you know, whatever twirls your beanie. And then I started to research it a little bit and kind of learn what he was talking about, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's a pretty epic thing there, the Dalton. And I was a little worried about his safety because it's an extremely dangerous route. It's an extremely dangerous road. It's super isolated, the most isolated road within the United States. It's 240 miles between gas stops. There's no cell phone coverage. There's no hospitals, nothing. So I was a little worried, a little concerned about him. So I said, hey, dude, I don't want you doing this by yourself. And I volunteered to go with him. My caveat to that was he had to wait till I got back from Hawaii to mainland USA. And the reason for that is I did not want to have to plan such a monumental, massive, complicated ride from 3,500 miles away. It's just too dangerous, and I knew I'd need a new bike, and I knew I'd need you know, different equipment and stuff like that. So I'm like, dude, let's wait till I get back to mainland USA, and then I can get hooked up and we'll do this. So we made an agreement that summer of 2010 that we would do this ride up to Prudhoe Bay. Well, life has a funny way of just jacking with your plans, and everybody knows that. And he had gotten engaged to be married, and was saving his pennies for the wedding and for the honeymoon and all that mushy crap. And on the flip side of that, I had hurt my leg last November, just destroyed my knee, and had three surgeries. And I wasn't completely myself. I still am not completely myself. And to ride up the Dalton, you want to be 100%. And so we both agreed that 2010 was not going to be our year. But we wanted to take a ride for 2010. We did. And when he asked me what I wanted to do, I told him that I wanted to basically take a map and pinpoint some of my favorite vloggers and go meet them. Because, you know, I've been watching these guys on YouTube for a while now, and it was just really exciting for me to go to meet these guys. So I plotted out a map to meet Ashfoot and to meet Downey and to meet Rebel Yell and Z-Magic and Phoenix. And it just so happens that DJ Sips for 4 Brakes, who was on my list of guys I wanted to meet, happened to have moved down there, and then Wooden Chairs came down. And it was just a great experience, that ride. But with Tracy, he was never really that engaged with the vlogging community, and he didn't really know these guys all that well, but he just agreed. He just like, hey, whatever you want to do, I'll go. And I thought that was incredibly cool of him. And so as we rode this ride, this cross-country road trip out west, God, we are going slow as hell. I wanted to slow down so you could hear me, but geez Louise, I mean, criminy. But as we were riding this ride, we talked a lot, you know, over beers about the Dalton, about Prudhoe Bay, and about Alaska. And the more I thought about it, the more I felt indebted to him. Now, this was his dream of, you know, one of his bucket list things, and I felt that, you know, hey, you know, you were very cool by agreeing to this ride to meet all these vloggers that you didn't really know all that well. And so I decided, as soon as I got back, as a gesture of goodwill and kind of a symbol of my commitment to Tracy's dream of the Dalton, that I would buy a Dualsport. And I had looked on, you know, I looked around. I had been doing research for a while on what particular Dualsport I was going to get, and that's an entirely different vlog on why I chose the KLR over some of the other very capable machines that are out there. And that's a topic of another vlog. I'm not getting in there, but that's why, to answer the original question, that's why I bought a Dualsport, and that's why I'm riding it today, because I'm trying to practice and learn it, and I'd like to have about 2,000 miles on this thing before we ever attempt this crazy ride, just so I know the ins and outs of the bike. And so that's what it is. It's just a token of my appreciation to my best friend Tracy, and that we're going to knock this thing out, and we're going to get to the Arctic Circle. So I'm going to put my iPod in and enjoy this day. It's 65 degrees. It's almost chilly. It's cloudy. You know, fall's almost here. Riding season's almost done. But you know, me and the KLR can do most anything. So I'll see you on the road.